1, 2, 3. Skr, skr, skr. You already know who it is, Osiris Lourde, and if you don't know, now you're tuned into the Lourde Under the Scope, where we talk about something interesting, we learn some stuff, and you already know we talk that shit. Yeah, you know, might talk about a little bit of fashion, might talk about a little bit of swagging, might talk about a little bit of cashing, hustling, smoking, never doping, never coking. So you already know, let's get into it. So Osiris Lourde, like I said, Life Under the Scope, aka Lourde Under the Scope, and we just gonna get into this kind of first episode, the pilot episode, the prequel before, you know, the swag is actually maxed out, outlined, framed up. And right now we're just gonna talk about myself. I'm Osiris Lourde, like I said, from East New York. I'm living currently out in Vegas, doing my thing, cashing, hustling, smoking, never doping, never coking. But you know I'm always open to get the bag. Anyway, I'm out here about to switch the swag up. You know, what can we talk about today? The first thing we're going to talk about is what is a podcast? A podcast, in this day and age, everybody thinks a podcast is basically like a talk show. But it's really just a recording of audio or video. And nowadays, it's kind of just like people say, you know, something like Joe Rogan's show. I mean, Joe Rogan's show is a podcast. Like, that is like to me personally, that is like the ultimate form. There's no real like tricks to it. It's him, his guests, maybe Elon Musk smoking some weed or something, you know, some real lit shit, you know what I'm saying? Some real lit shit. But we got a lot of people who think, you know, having a podcast is a lot of work. You know, myself included, I used to think having a podcast was just going to be like, oh, I need to have all this fancy stuff. I need to do all of these things. But realistically, all you need is a microphone. And honestly, you can start a podcast with your recording notes. You know what I'm saying? You can just record the notes in your joint, put it out, have 3 topics or whatever. So basically, that's a podcast. A podcast is really just a recording of audio or video. So boom, podcast. You don't have to have a certain structure. It doesn't need to necessarily be a talk show. You can just get on there and start crying. That's your podcast. I ain't gonna do no crying, but you already know what I do. So anyway, that's the podcast. On my podcast, what I hope and intend on doing is teaching some things, you know, maybe have some current events, what's going on in the world, you know, things that maybe people in the hood don't necessarily get to I guess just check out all the time. I feel like I'm a big advocate of teaching and learning, and you know, a lot of people don't necessarily leave their environment, and I am blessed enough to be able to leave my environment all the time. Here, there, go to New York, go to Florida, go to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Might go get some motherfucking organic juices, some motherfucking shit, smoke some organic weed, do what the fuck I do, you know what I'm saying? Hustle, cash out, hit the thrift store, ching ching, $5 turn into $500. You already know what the fuck I do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, the podcast is cool. Like, I like rap. I like rapping. I love rapping. Don't get me wrong. I love rap. But honestly, I feel like in this day and age, the what you have to do in order to get like lit in rap, honestly, that shit is too much work, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, podcasters and YouTubers and Twitch people be having way more money than people in the music industry, you know what I'm saying? In the music industry, I feel like it's a lot of people just kind of like borrowing clothes, borrowing jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like fake flexing, just wearing fake clothes and all that. I don't even know how I got into that, but anyway, my point of that was I fuck with doing music, and I know I'm still drop some music here and there, you know, I'm gonna put some stuff out, whatnot, but I really feel like I have a lot to say nowadays, and it doesn't have anything to do with music. So that's why we're here with Lourde Under the Scope. You know, I'm gonna teach you guys about some weed stuff, some random facts, and that's really it. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna make this first prequel episode that long. I'm just gonna say again, Osiris Lourde. I'm from East New York, currently living in Vegas, and it's lit. Welcome to the Lourde Under the Scope.